Sup, my name is Ree for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council. Ooh, bam! And, I found my tripod too. So, let's get into some Synchron action. That's what this deck is. And I know some of you are going, but it's Synchron, and you see BLS. I know, BLS has to go with the deck. It just has to. So, a few things before we get started. Mathematicians usually consider a staple in this deck, but I kind of focused a little bit more on what's going on with Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now when it comes to top tables and stuff. So I made the conscious decision to test Raikou before Mathematician, and it's actually been working out pretty well for me. So I don't really have any complaints. I'm going to go over that choice again just when we get to it. 1 BLS goes without saying, so good. 3 Quick Draw Synchron and 3 Junk Synchron. Let me show you my junk pile of junk. And you can, for those of you wondering who like budget decks, I know there's a lot of you, no disrespect, this is extremely cheap. It didn't cost me very much to put this together. And I wanted to film some dual videos prior to making my trip here, but obviously I didn't get a chance to. So we're going to go over this whole conundrum of cards real quick, starting with the BLS. The BLS, there's lots of lights and darks, Quick Draw Synchron, Junk Synchron 3. Originally, I'm not that good at building this. It took me a while to get it down. I was running 2 each of these guys, and I was like, you know what? With tuning, you're searching them out. I was like, no, I was running 3, and then I was running 2 because I figured he may be dead at times. But then I figured, you know, I tested it. I was like, fuck that. I need him at 3. 2 Double Warrior. It's going to spit out tokens for the Quasar play. The 1 Tuning Wear, it has perfect synergy with the Raikou, because of the fact that if it gets milled, you can bring it back with Junk Synchron. If not, you can 101 and Foolish Burial it, and then basically turn a Hyper Librarian into a +0, which is a non-negative situation of you not going minus. Basic economics of Yugi's when it comes to playing cards. Now, Raikou, here's my decision about Raikou over Mathematician. It's because right now we have Neckcloths that basically go, no, you can't special summon. We have Vanity's Emptiness that says, no, you can't special summon. We have Vanity's Fiend that says, no, you can't special summon. So I made the decision during deck building. I'm like, you know what, I'm going to try Raikou. I tried it with the Charger Light Brigade, dropped the charge for reasons which I'll go into. And Dark Law, when I first built this deck, Dark Law was like 2 weeks out. So Dark Law was being a pain in my ass when I was trying to build this deck. So I was like, you know what, I actually tested against friends and shit, you know. We're not the pros of the pros, but we tested IRL. You know, we tested with that paper. We didn't test with the virtual. And I tested Raikou, and it tested so extremely well for me that I just kept him in, had him at 3, because with Junk Synchron, you can bring him back, you get that free destruction. If he gets milled to the graveyard, he's just chaos food. He's perfect. Mathematician, he's great if you want to run him in that slot, but I looked at the game state and said there's too much shit that's going to tell me, no, you can't play this deck. And when I can't play this deck, I'm not having fun. I can't have fun? Fuck it, Raikou's coming in. Shout out to Greg, because I remember that being one of his favorites. I remember it. 1 Synchron Explorer, 1 Unknown Synchron, 1 Dandy, 1 Spore, 1 Glow Up Bulb. Let's go over this. I only want to play 1. Probably going to get dropped when we get new support. Probably around summertime. Probably a little bit. What am I saying? October, because we're going to get the... I think we get in the starter deck in May. Unknown Synchron, I know some people play 2, but I have Tuning Wear, and I have Quibble Hedgehogs in the deck, which you're going to see shortly. So I figured, you know what, 1 Unknown Synchron, it's okay, I can get away with it, because I have other things to make up for it. 1 Dandy, 1 Spore, 1 Glow Up Bulb, Planet Engine. Hi, Neo Spark. Yeah, I used to play the crap out of this deck. That's how I remember most of it. 3 Level Eaters. Solid card. I was only playing 2 originally when I first started testing. Mikey told me to bump it to 3. I said, fuck it, I'll try it with my Quill Bolts. And bumping to 3 just tested so extremely well for me that I kept it at 3. So, 2 Quill Bolts. These are great with Junk Synchron. They're great with, like, Glow Up Bulb. Or, I should say Spore, because if you banish Glow Up Bulb with Spore, you get the level 2, and then you can make an Armory Arm. And you can just keep going on plays. It's pretty damn good. And then to round off the monster lineup 3 effect filler, I am running Breakthrough Skill, minor spoiler, but I wanted more monster negation. I wanted more level 1 tuners, because I was still pissed that Konami just brought back Glow Up Bulb recently. I was still mad. I didn't have a right to be mad. I was still mad. 1 Snat Steel, 1 Mind Control. Don't mind the way it looks. It was an explosion. Actually surprised. It's still fucking pretty okay shape. Mind Control is something you normally don't see anymore with this deck because we have Set Steel. I made the decision again. I looked at the game state. I'm like, okay, Djinns are not stopped by Mind Control. You know, their effects will still linger. Okay, whatever, that's fine. Dark Law is still a pain in my ass, so I'm playing Mind Control because I snatch up the Dark, snatch or Mind Control the Dark Law, right? So I get that son of a bitch to my side of the field, and that's down that way. And I can make a Black Rose, or I can make, I don't know, I can make a level 9. I don't know how the hell that's gonna work, but I can make a level 9. The main thing is I could jump, you know, just dump a level Eater with Foolish, 1-for-1, quick draw Synchron, whatever the case may be, drop him by 1, and then go into like Road Warrior for shits and giggles. It's not gonna happen with that. You go to the Junk Synchron, you go to Stardust, or you go Junk Destroyer and pop more stuff. It has happened, it has won me games, because then I could actually access my graveyard. Mind Control's so good. When it wasn't the hero matchup, it still tested extremely well, so I just ended up digging it, and I like it, so it became good for me. 3 tuning, pretty much goes without saying. 3 tuning. I'm only running 2 Rhoda because I wanted to keep the deck at 40, and I wanted to actually main deck this card, which I know some people were not, the MSTs. I know some people are going to be like, well, you can run Lila. Skill Drain still exists. And Raikou is just a more surprise factor, and having it at 3 tested better than having the one Lila, because normally I did not want to summon that Lila to really get it out of those situations. A lot of the times when Vanities was flipped, it's when I dropped the Junk Synchron, go for effect, it got flipped, and I can't drop a Lila at that case. And I know what most of you are saying, you're like, whoa, you can't freaking Raikou at the same time. But the point is, Raikou still sets up in the grave, and I don't have to worry about it getting, you know, negated. Because most of the time it's getting flipped by my opponent, and then that just sets it up. There's lots of, you know, arguments for that, but it comes down to preference at the end of the day, and for me, Raikou worked. 2 Rhoda, wanted to put 3, needed a 2 MST. I don't run decks without MST when it comes to anything that's not alternate win conditions. 1 Foolish, 1 1-for-1, and 1 Soul Charge. Freaking steal games with Soul Charge for days. Just steal freaking games so dirty. And my only traps are Breakthrough Skills, because you could just utilize them in the graveyard with that Raikou. And then being able to do that against the Dark Law actually won me quite a few games too. During testing. I should have filmed a lot of it, but I was still mastering the combos, trying to remember everything, because I suck at those things. But you know what, I got it down now, so once I get the chance to, and I go back, we're gonna freaking play the crap out of these decks, and it's gonna be amazing. There's gonna be like 8 hours of freaking duel videos coming your way after the 27th. 2 Formula Synchron, goes without saying. 1 Armory Arm. The lack of Colossus, I'm doing by level, lowest to highest. The lack of Miss Bird Colossus is mainly, again, that situation that I use Raikou, where I would use it because of all the, you know, no special summoning hate and no monster effect hate. I just wanted outs to it. I'm not main decking Raigeki. I did take that into an account. But I figured with Raikou, you know what? Raikou is my little 1-for-1 monster destruction. I do like it. But Mathematicians, I'm still open to for the future. Right now, Raikou is just playing better. I'm playing accordingly to what's going on with the game and where my mind space is. And just, I've been testing IRL, not Det Pro, so please don't get that mistaken. 1 Hyper Librarian, 1 Armades. Loving both of these cards. There's the Junk Warrior. I gotta save him for his own slot. I love Junk Warrior. I really do. He's like my favorite of the Synchron monsters. When I first saw him, I was like, yeah, I want that. It just looks fucking cool. But 1 Junk Warrior, quick draw. 1 Armades, 1 Hyper Librarian, 1 Armory Arm, 2 Formula. I'm saying 1 Formula. 1 Drill Warrior. Goes without saying, Drill Warrior is too freaking good because of that Dandelion combo, you know. Dandelion goes to 2. Oh my god, the defense this deck can have because of it. I'm not saying it should, I'm just saying, you know, if it did. Yeah, I think it would be okay though. 1 Junk Gardener. The funny story about this, and I wasn't going to share it on camera, but fuck it, I'm going to share it on camera. I didn't play it in the first round of testing because I didn't have second formula, so I had to proxy it so I can get my second one, hence their different rarities. I don't think it even matters, but that's besides the point. So during the first round of testing, what I call the beta phase, the deck's built, and I'm just fine-tuning it prior to mastering the combos and, you know, just uploading it to YouTube and doing dual videos. That's what we call the beta stage. I wasn't running Junk Gardener. I didn't think he was that good. I figured, hey, you know, I only got the 1 spot for like a 6 besides Goyo Guardian, which is sitting here. And I went home after beta testing, and I was like, you know what? I need John Gardner in my shit. Because there's times I don't want to play 2 Drill Warriors. There's times that he's just, you know, more useful to bring out, because you could just swap and then run over shit. So there are times he's more useful. Goyo, Black Rose, Stardust, not going to run this deck without him. I know some people prefer Scrap, I prefer Stardust. 1 Junk Destroyer, 1 Road Warrior, love Road Warrior, 1 Shooting Star, and you already know the last card is Quasar. Got to love that Quasar. Now, if you guys would like a combo video, I already know bigger Yu-Gi tubers like Galactic God already did. Maybe you want to see my version of it. It's pretty much the same kind of thing, and it's going to be shown in a dual video, so if you're new to this deck, you're going to see that. If you want me to do it, I'll still do it. Whatever, you know? I'm more than willing to do that. I'm more than willing to do it. But any deck profiles you guys want to see, let me know down in the comment section. And let me just make one last little detail clear. Right now, I am currently basically going to be working on a new computer, so there's going to be a new rig. We're going to start from the bottom up kind of thing, piece by piece. And after that's done, I'm going to be buying a poop load of decks. So what's going to happen is I'm going to buy a lot of cases, a lot of decks. Not trying to show off there. What's going to end up happening is during that time there's going to be a lot of giveaways. So if you're heard now, well, then it makes it more useful when the giveaways happen, because I'm able to know completely who's been around the longest. As I want to thank you, I really do. You guys make everything that we're doing possible, and everything that's still yet to come. And I was just super excited because I never done Synchrons on the channel in the 2 years. I've never done them, and this was like the deck that NeoSpark played, and having this deck just reminds me of him. We don't get to see each other because we both get so busy. He helped start this channel too, so I thank him for that, and I thank all of you. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. I'm ready for the Yu-Gi-Oh Council. Whoop! And you guys let me know what deck profiles you want to see, and I will do them for you. Peace.